Welcome to Film Shapes.
The podcast.
Wow, that was a weird one.
You said too much.
No, that was fine.
All right. Hey, how you going?
Yeah, good.
One guy took them all down with his bare hands. He's still in there.
Turn around, mister. Let me see your hands.
Oh, sorry. This is Film Shapes, the podcast. But today we're going to look at the best and the worst of 2017, which I've just run through from my notes from last year. Now, these are films not necessarily from 2017.
Yeah, that confused me at first.
Yeah. And it's probably a bit odd to do it this way, but it's how I've decided to do it. I've done it for about 5 years, I suppose now.
You know what you're doing.
Nobody has suggested that.
I've got an important task today.
Go on.
I'm going to be reading out the names of the films.
And if of course, how many have you seen of these? 20 in total.
Maybe 6?
That's all right.
Okay.
No worries.
All right, so should we start?
Yeah, well, we're going to go from the worst movies that I saw last year, from 10 to 1. Shall we give it a crack?
Let's give it a go.
What's number 10, Roly?
Number 10 is Your Name, 2016.
Yeah, okay. This is a Japanese animation. It was very big in Japan and I think even outside. I was more disappointed than full of hate for this. It wasn't bad. It was just, I've got to fill the 10 spots, So it's probably the best of the worst, if you know what I mean.
Hence number 10.
Yeah.
Number 9, Madagascar, 2005. What was wrong with Madagascar? That was a great film.
I think my daughter watched a bit of this at school, and so I thought I'll get it and show her the rest of it and whatever. But great.
Well, as a kid's film, that scene, I think it's the first one with the plane, where they get the plane off the ground.
That wasn't in it.
Oh.
Is that they've done a few of these films, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Maybe that was the second.
They're on a ship in this one. They get stuck on an island.
Oh, yeah, they start at the zoo.
Or the island of Madagascar, I assume. All right.
Okay.
I thought it's full of cliches. Most kids' films are full of cliches that don't need to be there because kids don't know them.
What sort of cliche they are?
Just like things like, it's showtime and just rubbish. That. Well,
is that making it more entertaining or tolerable for the adults? Or is that the idea, though, that
maybe.
The adults taking their kids to the cinema will...
Yeah, fair point. But kids don't have to be brainwashed by these cliches because give them something new and they can make them into cliches if they like in their lifetime. But I don't know. It's just tired. It's writers who don't have any idea. They just think, let's use that. This is what we sound like, so let's say that.
Useless. We could do much better.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
Number 8, The Mummy, 2017. I don't think... Was that a 2017? It
was this year, yeah.
What mummy number is that, though?
Oh, you're not... No, you're not talking about the Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz films?
the big Egyptian mummy.
It's,
what mummy is this?
No. This is it's kind of a reboot, I guess. The studio, and I think it's Universal. Probably should have checked that, but they want to create, I suppose, a shared universe of all their monsters from the old days, the Wolf Man and the Invisible Man, etc. It sounded like a reasonably
sounds like potential.
Good idea, but
fell flat.
This was rubbish, and actually, it seems like they've shelved the idea because of the poor reviews for this one. It's nonsense. Really.
Okay, this next one I didn't even hear of this one. It's actually a 2016 film, but I'm surprised because it's got Brad Pitt in it.
Yeah,
Allied.
Yeah. I suppose they were dressing this up as a kind of a little bit like The English Patient for the 2010s, possibly. It wasn't. Again, it wasn't awful. It was just pretty dull and formulaic. I watched it because it's Marion Cotillard. She's my favourite actress, but even she couldn't lift this. Sadly.
I noticed you described it as a wet fizzler.
Yeah, it's sort of just, there's no tension. It sort of dips out, in and out. It's okay. And this director is Robert Zemeckis, which you may know of. It rings a bell.
What's he done?
He's done well, he's done Back to the Future,
Oh,
Forrest Gump,
yeah.
Contact, which probably I think is his best film, Contact.
Oh, yeah, I liked Contact.
Romancing the Stone from way back in the 80s.
Okay.
He's got some pedigree, but yeah, and his most recent big film, I suppose, was called Flight with Denzel Washington, and that was also a stinker.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that, but that's where the plane goes upside down, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the good scene, the good scene in the film. Yeah,
I hate that when you see the best scenes in the preview.
Yeah, they do that a lot, people. Yeah.
Okay, number 6, Kong, Skull Island.
Yeah, again.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, it's a great cast. Hiddleston and
John
Brie
Goodman.
Larson, John Goodman. Yeah. But nothing new. Nothing. This whole top 10 is just, it's just like hours and hours of boredom.
Wow.
Really, really.
Okay, well, let's not stretch it out too long then. Number 5, The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Shite.
2015.
Shite.
Just
yeah.
shite.
Guy Ritchie, he's, again, well, I liked his original films, but his first films, Lock, Stock and Snatch, and then he just went off a cliff for me.
Haven't seen the film, but curious one, reading your review, Daikon for dinner, anyone?
Right, I
there a
should
meaning
explain
there?
that. Yeah, here in the West, I suppose, it's called wooden acting, If somebody's wooden, they're very unnatural and stiff. And
Right.
in Japan, it's called Daikon Yakusha, which means daikon acting.
Like radish acting.
Yes, like a piece of radish, which is pretty odd.
Whew.
I'd rather watch a radish trying to act than a piece of wood, I think. But yeah, that's I thought I had to explain that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Number 4, The Dark Tower, 2017.
Don't know. It's a Stephen King adaptation, and it's confusing for me. I'll admit. I'm not a Stephen King fan, but what's this?
I don't know. Maybe you just didn't get it.
Maybe I didn't get it.
Okay.
But it's up there at 4. Yeah.
Number 3, Crying Out for Love in the Center of the World from 2004.
Crying Out Love. Yeah.
Sorry.
Which is,
Crying
I
Out
guess they're
Love.
crying out, love, love. I don't know. Yeah. It's a Japanese film again. Snore fest. It was very long, and it had the center of the world, I think, is supposed to be Uluru.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the final probably 5 minutes of the film has these two. I'm sorry, I'm giving it away,
So it
but I
goes
don't.
to
I don't
Central
care.
Australia.
Yeah, and for nothing, for no reason. It's ridiculous. They're there in a car. It breaks down, or they get dropped off or something, and they're just standing there looking up at the sky. And what goes before, that's boring, and what goes before is also boring. But it's based on a young adult novel, I think, in Japan, and it was a pretty big hit back then too. So.
Okay, number 2, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back from 2016.
Never go. He shouldn't have
is this
fucking gone back.
Second Jack Reacher
It is the
film?
second one. The first one was passable, I thought.
I saw that first one and I thought it was so cheaply done. And then I think a while later, I think maybe I realised we were probably watching a cam copy.
Maybe not.
I thought it looks like home video. It looks like it's shot on a...
Yeah, maybe. But it wasn't. I mean, there's a car chase in that which is very grungy. It's kind of pared back a bit. It's not bad. There's a fight that's okay. I mean, but this one is 10 times worse.
Okay, I've got to see. This is the one film on your worst list I do want to see.
This one?
For some reason, yeah. Because I want to laugh at it.
Okay. Yeah.
We like to look at a Tom Cruise film.
Yeah.
And-
There's a really terrible... It's obviously Cruise has his fingers in many films. Like, he's got a lot of power. And there's an ending here that just makes me think he's just doing this for his own glory.
Well, yeah, that's his thing.
Sure, but it's a terrible ending. Terrible. Oh, I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay, can I read your review from number 1 here?
Which is...
Assassin's Creed. One word review. I think this is an achievement for you. One word. You've pared it down to just one thing. And it's not shit.
No. Not a swear word.
It is. Why? Why?
It said in that tone too. Yeah. The director's an Aussie fella called Justin Kurzel who did Snowtown and Macbeth with the two leads from this. I mean, this is Cotillard
Snowtown,
again.
that was a bleak film.
I haven't
wasn't
seen that yet. Oh,
Really?
No.
Oh,
Building up the courage.
yeah. Be prepared.
Yeah, but this, I don't know. I'm not a gamer. Maybe this is the reason it's based on a game, and I didn't get into the game. So I don't know. But look at the cast again: Fassbender and Cotillard, two pretty good actors, and they were in Macbeth for the same director, and they've gone and tried this one. And it's just rubbish.
Why?
Again, nonsense, hard to follow, pointless, very boring. Sorry.
All right, let's lift things a little.
Shall we
here.
lift our spirits?
The Wolf of Wall Street, number 10 of the best films of the year. Actually, a 2013 film.
Yeah, I finally got around to watching this. I, this is a long movie, but very well made.
It was long. Yeah, it was
Scorsese's
good.
great. Yeah, I remember one of my fellow teachers in Japan recommended to an old lady that she watch this movie. One of his students, and she came back to school and was almost going to complain about him for recommending this film. So dirty.
It does. Yeah, it's probably not an old lady film.
No, it's not. No, but it's well done. Yeah.
Great. Okay, number 9, Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, I had a great time with this one. Good fun. Yeah, very funny. It's Marvel, so it's well set up. And Taika Waititi, the Kiwi fella who directed it.
What else has he done?
He did Hunt for the Wilder People, What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's got a good sense of humour.
Okay, should we move on?
Yeah.
Number 8, Only Lovers Left Alive from 2013. Oh, Jarmusch film.
Yeah, Jim Jarmusch. Good. It's good to see him back on form here. This is Tom Hiddleston and Tilda Swinton as vampires, and it's pretty funny. It's a sort of black comedy.
I was going to say, do we really need another vampire film? But it was 2013, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think this one's quite different. It's not aiming at the sort of hey, vampires are really cool, aren't they? Kind of crowd. It's more. I guess it's using them as a general ennui of society. They're sort of mirroring that. It's good. It's very funny. It's very, very slow, as Jarmusch films can be, but interesting. A lot to think about.
Number 7, T2, Train Spotting.
Yeah, I was a little bit apprehensive going into this, as you can imagine, because I really liked the first one. Many people did.
They did indeed.
Have you seen this?
Never saw the first one.
That's right.
Never saw the second one.
It's the first.
I think at the time I refused to see it because everyone was saying how cool it was. And
Right, but it was.
yeah, I think it was around that time when heroin was quite cool.
Oh, right.
around for a while there.
Heroin is so passé.
And then it sort of went out of fashion, and maybe this is heralding a new. I don't know.
I'd check it out as a film. It's pretty good. And this follow up, it's good to see the characters again. That's what I really liked. Begbie, come on, he's a great. If you'd seen this when you should have, you'd be going, yes, I know what you mean. Yes, yeah. No, it's good. It's a nice little nostalgic. A bit too. I mean, it gets a little bit too nostalgic at one or two points in there, but no, it's well made. Good hands. Director came back. Writer came back. I think the musician, the muso. What am I trying to say? Composer came back as well.
So an achievement, because this could have been done quite badly, I imagine.
Yeah, but this is one of 2 films in the top 10 who are retreading old ground, but we'll get to that one soonish.
Okay, number 6, 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Yeah, this is a relative
2017.
Very new, isn't it? Yeah, I saw this one just at the end of 2017.
I saw this last week, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it, though, so we won't
Probably
go into too much detail.
Yeah, I'd like to do a full pod on that one in the future. Maybe next week, we'll see. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was great. It probably could have even been higher than 6 for me, but there's a lot of good films this year, actually. So.
Okay, number 5. We're getting up there. Rogue One, 2016.
Now that is that a I guess I saw that January 2nd or 3rd, almost a year ago, probably a bit more than a year ago. So I think it's the earliest good film I saw that year, and fantastic. Compare it to
You liked it more than this year's film, didn't you?
Yeah, Jesus,
Yeah,
a lot. I mean, I don't know, because it's standalone. They didn't have to really tie it into the body of work. Well, I'm not sure why, but maybe it's well directed. It's better written. It's good.
Okay, all right. I'll leave you to your opinion there. Number 4, Sing Street, 2016.
Yeah,
We
good
actually
fun.
did do a review that's now hidden of this one, but it was quite a long talk.
It was
wasn't
about 30,
We
45 minutes
talked
or
for
something.
Yeah, something like that. Quite a long time for us.
Yeah.
Good film, though.
Yeah, you liked it?
I enjoyed the film.
Yeah. It's quite sweet, isn't it? Yes.
It is a coming-of-age kind of film.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, with some good music there. And it's
some great accents.
great accents. Yeah. I thought, on the face of it, it's just a bunch of kids putting together a band, right? But actually, behind all that, there's some pretty bleak shit going on, isn't there? Like
Definitely.
There's kitchen sink fights with the parents and split ups, and there's a brother who's a waster.
I think there was a lot of different elements which came together to make it work overall as a film.
Yeah,
which was quite good.
And it keeps your spirits high, regardless. But it's really well done.
Yeah, I did like the ending.
Yeah.
Number 3, Blade Runner 2049.
Right. Very high in the list.
I liked this.
Yeah. You saw it?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was better than the first one.
Oh, well, that's just crazy talk. Stop the pod.
That'll
Stop.
get me murdered, won't it?
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, just last night, my wife watched the original, and
she
finished it, and she said, "It's not that great a film."
Oh, she's wrong. Get her in.
I think
Get her in.
Yeah, I think she'll have plenty to say on the matter. I think.
Sure. Okay. I think I can guess where she's going, but no.
But this film,
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I thought this film worked really well, and it had.
Well, you had to see,
amazing-
but you had to see it in 2 sittings. I'm pointing my finger at you right now.
That's only because I ran out of time. It's not because I got bored.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I might have been a little bit sleepy, but I was running out of time to go to bed.
My ass was hurting to go to bed, for fuck's sake.
No, I enjoyed it. It was good.
Okay. Better than the first? Really? Okay.
Watching now, so you watch, in 2017, watch the original and then watch this one.
I saw the original about 2 years ago again. And
Again, yes,
Yeah.
but you're biased from your original viewing of it when it was.
you mean erase my memory and watch it fresh?
if you could erase your memory and watch
Well,
it.
that's probably going to happen in about 20 years anyway. I could try.
Well, that's the great thing with all these films.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was... Let's go back to this one. I mean, this is really well done. Very well made. Great director.
Are we going to do a talk on this one coming up?
If we run out of new films, we can go back to this. So maybe we'll just keep it trim. But let me just say, this director is great.
I will say it's been a while since I've seen the original one, and I did get a bit confused, but there's quite a bit going on plot-wise in this, isn't there?
Possibly a bit too much. That's why I prefer the first one. There are a few many strands. Maybe a few
but
too many.
That gave it a sense of depth as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he didn't mind, doesn't mind stretching things out a bit. He's not a kind of energetic director.
It's a long film.
Yeah, but necessarily, I think needs to be. Anyway, it's very well done.
Okay, number 2, Logan, 2017.
Yes.
This was didn't really hit my radar at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's the final outing for the Wolverine, as played by Hugh Jackman.
Interesting
in the
to see
X-Men.
it so high on the list.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's not what you'd expect from a comic book story. I think it's probably the best comic book film made. I'd have to think about the other ones I've seen. It's just very, very bleak and very sort of poignant, I suppose.
Are you a fan of Hugh Jackman generally?
Yeah, I like him. He's a good guy. He's not one of my favourite actors, but I think he fits this role very well. He has done. Yeah, this is the one that made him, I suppose, this role. And he's decided that's the end. I want to end it on a really stylish finale, and he has done. It's great. Some really tense scenes in this too. It's well done, well made.
Okay, definitely worth checking out.
I think so.
I'm going to drum roll for the number 1 film of 2017. It is a 2017 film. Dunkirk.
Yes. Yeah, Duncan, we've talked about this, haven't we? On a
We have.
before?
I think, was this the first Film Shapes podcast we did?
Maybe. Yeah, I think it was. I still like it. I've seen it twice now. It's really well done. It's as good as you can get. I mean, this guy, top of his class, Chris Nolan, brilliant film. I'm thinking even of doing a top 10 of the last 5 years. I don't know. Ooh. I'm not sure if this would still be number one.
Would it still be number one?
I'd have to go back and have a look.
That's a very likable film.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have a chat about this. I agree with you on some points and not on others, but have a listen to the other podcast for that, maybe.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I think that wraps it up, doesn't it?
Whew. All right.
There's some good and some bad in that talk. Yeah.
So we'll be back soon with a review of...
It's probably 3 billboards, I think.
Let's do it.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye.
We gotta go. Right now.